And now Crush delaying the inevitable merely as he falls for another kill for Core JJ. Picking up a delayed triple, and that's going to be a Baron.
And mFire file in slowly out of position, one by one, and the result is a resounding win for Samsung. The moment that Cuvée started grouping, their initiation potential, even with all the peel and tankiness on the mFire side, has been undeniable, and they're going to pick up a Baron very comfortably off the back of another forced fight from Samsung.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one. See Edge. Whoops, that was a mistake too.
That was certainly a mistake.
Coming over blind.
He has the shield. He lives a long time, but this time goes down on the back end. mFire is all over the place. Crush comes around the back, still has ultimate, but isn't in a position to work with his carries. If this team is a 5-man stack with 2 tanks in the front and peeling backwards, it is powerful. But when it's in a sloppy scrimmage like this, they're found out in this particular regard.
Edge also had to use several of his abilities to get over that wall, and once he found Victor, Crown again just taking advantage of it. And Crown has been very good this series about recognizing outplay situations on Victor. To his credit, it has changed both of these games dramatically, and every time Crown outplays somebody, it's turned into a Baron.
Applying a lot of pressure again. Looking forward to picking up this outer turret in the bottom lane. Still even in turrets, so haven't been able to get a lot of that standing gold, so they're 7,000 gold ahead, and it's only going to grow as they push with this Baron.
Yep. Powerfully moving forward on the map right now, looking for that first inhibitor. They have Lissandra in the top side. Cuvée comfortable with TP up. Hippo has got a few minutes left on his, so all they have to do is wait right now. Transition into the mid lane to take out all the remaining outers.
Hippo still really has the husks of some bigger items, only has Locket and Swiftness boots upgraded, really. Doesn't have much going on in terms of true late game items. Corday keeps poking out Edge, and mFire certainly on the back foot.
Here's another turret falling quite quickly. They have a wave, a cannon wave no less, but they are just going to move smoothly into that top side, help out Cuvée, get the low-hanging fruit on the outside of the base in this game while they maximize their Baron power play, and they move to a very large lead of about 9,000 gold in 26 minutes.
All 3 outer turrets, and they're not done yet.
Getting what hits they can. Should be quite a bit, although we do see Core taking a bit of unfortunate soldier poke.
Poking out. Samsung have all the control in this game. mFire, so far in the ascendancy last game, even more to that extent this time is Samsung, and it looks almost unassailable.
Yeah, especially Samsung. They get the outer turrets. They have an opportunity to go get an easy dragon here in 20 seconds. Take what of the jungle they can. Ambition, getting a little ambitious there in terms of securing that red buff on an ult into the enemy jungle by himself. Thinks better of it, and now sets aside on a more realistic objective here in the Dragon Rise and Spawns. We'll put him at number 3. So they have a backup plan to win this game should this massive gold lead that they have accrued not be quite enough.
I think it's more if they make some mistakes. It feels like Dragons will be on the plate every 6 minutes just because of the map control they've had consistently. Even if they throw a team fight or two, the Dragons should still be pretty academic, so it's very much a backup plan. If they're forced to, if in still 12 minutes time they're fighting for 5th Dragon, that's probably going to be a litany of errors from Samsung to not have picked up the win by then already.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Samsung now, no more Baron, but still looking to push in. Ambition trying to pressure the bottom side and move this wave forward. They have 2 at the base right now. Cuvée, the man in charge of pushing that top lane all the way up. So 3-way split push. TP now up for Hippo, but global advantage will be up for Samsung once Ambition actually has his ult again.
And just in general, in every lane they have more than a 2-turret advantage, so this is minion changes in full display. In every lane, their minions are doing more damage to different degrees and taking less damage. The minions will continue to push regardless of where Samsung's sending their resources, and the flow-on effect of this is you're never able to deep freeze minion waves. They're always going to push. There's always going to be resources given over to mFire, so starvation isn't really a win condition like it used to be, where SKT would ensure that you had access to no minion waves or your own jungle. Now you're always getting minion waves in the current patch.
Yeah, but you do have to defend against all the waves at once. And ever so slowly, the chip damage is affecting these turrets. Core JJ once again taking a little bit of damage there from Azir. And actually does have to back off and recall after getting chunked. Everyone from Samsung heading back now. Not much accomplished on that last push, but they still maintain that same gold advantage.
But the minions are slowly coming to mFire. They are slowly picking up gold, more so than they would in previous times. So when they have to make that emergency fight, it'll probably be from 8 to 10,000 gold behind, rather than previously where it could have been 15 to 20,000 gold.
Still a lot to ask for. A minute and a half until the next barrier. It looks like Samsung just happy to wait that objective out. Nope, they're going to go for it. We do see the Lissandra in the back line. Great ultimate from Kuve, and nice follow-up on the knock-up from Wraith Soul, trying to hop his way out of this one, but he is one dead bunny as he is followed up. Oh, he may live. He was a slippery bunny after all. Meanwhile, Hippo walking north in the enemy jungle, trying to hook himself out of trouble. That's not going to be very successful either. mFire with one man left on the Rift, and that means Samsung has the opportunity to push into some inhibitors.
Not sure if they can actually complete the game with all the chasing, specifically the best pusher on their team, Core JJ, did, but they'll try and finish. Looking at the death time, it's about 15 seconds, but only Soul and Guga to stop the push. So probably just going to be safe inhibitors from Samsung.
Oh, we have a few seconds left. Hippo, though, their front line out of commission. No one there really to defend. Core gets hooked, but Core also will do the majority of damage now down on inhib number 2 and back off very safely. 24 seconds until Baron. Plenty of time to recall, get back to that objective. mFire now fully spawned once again, but 2 globals. Ambition actually playing a little bit of defense there for Core, and draws just enough time to allow Core to back.
Baron's just about to spawn, but no realistic way for mFire to fight for that objective with all the minion waves pushing. Now Baron up minions, inhibitors down. In general, the minion wave push is just out of commission completely right now, so it should be a completely unanswered Baron from Samsung.
Yep, no crab control either for mFire, so they don't have the guaranteed vision, sending a couple sentinels right now into the river, but those will be cleared out.
Juve's looking for teleport flank. Still in base.
Here we go. They want to fight. They want to force this one. They can just play the waiting game. There's no reason to do the Baron right away. Just wait for the pick. You have the inevitable minion wave crashing into the enemy base, and they don't see Nautilus. So no one there with a TP to actually defend against double minion waves. Kuve, he's been very patient this game.
Lying in wait. Here he comes.
And there he goes, and they're going to lantern him out, but here comes this Lissandra. Beautiful ultimate. 5-man slow, and that'll just be chained into Wraith knockup. And that's going to be about it. Great combo and great initiation for Kuve. That's the kind of play that he needed to have this game against this very protected carry composition of the mFire. And there it is, the ace as Crown comes through for the finisher, and that'll be it. No second Baron needed to take game number 2 as Samsung takes a 2-0 in their first series of 2016.
The textbook teleport flank on Lissandra. You could have told me it was Marin, I would have believed you. Such was the way that they both set up wards for him to teleport to and just the engage. That is why Lissandra frequently is banned or is taken her flex pick nature, and the fact that she is able to initiate despite being a burst mage. Really nice play from Kuve, and hopefully a preview of his continued improvements over 2016.
Well, Wraith too. The follow-up on that Lissandra ult was absolutely gorgeous. Lissandra just bouncing the entire team up seemingly of mFire, and very nice game from Samsung. A little bit of a slip up there, but for the most part just playing the map better, denying so much CS with the deep freezes from Kuve.
And the mFire had the control game 1. It was an individual outplay by Crown that gave Samsung that win. But game 2, good teamwork from Samsung, good warding, excellent flank engage to end the game. Samsung had so many issues with ending games last season. They and Jin Air had the biggest problems at translating early advantages into winning games, so it's nice to see them stack the deck in that situation, get the smart flank, get the engage, and finish a game clean.
Yeah, and Core too, putting up a big stat line in that particular game, getting a pretty instrumental triple kill to take the first Baron and having generally nice positioning and use of the culling on Lucian.
I mean, Core JJ, he was in a Dignitas lineup that didn't do a lot of winning, but I think he was always a player that got the respect of other pros and also other fans. He always played his role. He never really stepped out. It was never really the reason the team was losing. And he looks like a very solid hand. He might not be Fury levels of carry, but maybe he's just the reliable AD that this Samsung lineup needs to function.
Yeah, and Core did most of his development. He was an amateur player here in Korea that was known mostly as a Varus one-trick pony before going over to Dignitas. But when I first saw him play, he did look promising. And he will indeed be your MVP of this game in his first series back in Korea as part of Samsung. He will take an MVP alongside Crown for that first game. And we'll take a look. Gorgeous culling. Very nice use of the dash to complete that on the other side.
This was more of an Edge blooper reel than necessarily a Core replay. He just used everything to get to the minion wave in time, not respecting Victor just pushing aggressively down the lane. And basically, the rest of that fight was off the back of a poor play by Edge.
Yeah, very unfortunate use of cooldowns blindly into Crown's Victor caused a knock-on effect that went to the first Baron of the game. But again, Core here, and Kuve had some spectacular Lissandra ults this game and great engages too.
It's good to see Lissandra play to that level. Seen so much Lissandra this time, been a lot of bans though, so that makes sense. This initiation, wait for the one, but between Lissandra and then Wraith's like, I can get in there too.
Yeah, he can.
Boom.
Just goes right in for the combo, and meanwhile, Core JJ just shooting fish in a barrel from the side. Double kill for Crown on that burst, but great team fight from Samsung to close out game number 2. We are going to go into an MVP interview with George here to translate for Crown and Core, the C team.
All right, thank you guys. So today's second match, Samsung versus mFire. Samsung was able to beat mFire 2-0. And here is the MVP interview with Crown and Core JJ. Congratulations. First of all, for Crown, I know Samsung has got a lot stronger. How was the first game? I think because mFire is a new team, it felt like it was an easy match. But second game, it felt a little bit harder, and I'm worried about their future potential. After you guys got more team members, it feels like you guys have a stronger team. How do you feel? It feels like a stronger team, but sometimes the basic stuff that such as chemistry is not there yet. So we need more practice. I know the opponent played top Nautilus and Graves for jungle. So how do you feel? I wasn't worried too much, but I saw them playing a lot in solo rank, so we actually kind of noticed that before. At first, mFire was able to get the higher upper hand at first, but what did you guys talk about in the booth? We actually didn't think too much about it. After the first teleport, we knew we kind of made a mistake, but after that we made a pretty good vision control, and then we thought we were going to be winning this game, and then we kind of won it. I know after you were able to get the solo kill from Corki, what was your thought process behind it? Soul, I know Soul didn't have flash, so I kind of followed him, chased down. I felt like I was getting the kill, so I just went there. Feels like I heard Samsung is playing very hard and practicing a lot. What's your goal for the season? Goal is the World League of Legends Cup, or but in reality, we really want to go to the playoffs.
And now Crush delaying the inevitable merely as he falls for another kill for Core JJ, picking up a delayed triple, and that's going to be a Baron.
And mFire file in slowly out of position, one by one, and the result is a resounding win for Samsung. The moment that Cuvée started grouping, their initiation potential, even with all the peel and tankiness, is ultimate, but isn't in a position to work with his carries. If this team is a 5-man stack with 2 tanks in the front and peeling backwards, it is powerful. But when it's in a sloppy scrimmage like this, they're found out in this particular regard.
Edge also had to use several of his abilities to get over that wall, and once he found Victor, Crown again just taking advantage of it. And Crown has been very good this series about recognizing outplay powerfully. Moving forward on the map right now, looking for that first inhibitor. They have Lysandra in the top side. Cuvée comfortable with TP up. Hippo has got a few minutes left on his, so all they have to do is wait right now. And transition into the mid lane to take out all the remaining outers.
Hippo still really has the husks of some bigger items.
Situations on Victor, to his credit, it has changed both of these games dramatically, and every time Crown outplays somebody, it's turned into a Baron.
Applying a lot of pressure again. Looking forward to picking up this outer turret in the bottom lane. Still even in turrets, so haven't been able to get a lot of that standing gold, so they're 7,000 gold ahead, and it's only going to grow as they push with this Baron. Yep. On the mFire side has been undeniable, and they're going to pick up a Baron very comfortably off the back of another forced fight from Samsung.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one. See Edge. Whoops, that was a mistake too.
That was certainly a mistake.
Coming over blind.
He has the shield. He lives a long time, but this time goes down on the back end. mFire is all over the place. Crush comes around the back. Still has